Let's talk about something foundational: identity governance. It may not sound flashy at first, but it's the silent guardian of your organization's digital security. If you're managing users, devices, or access to cloud services, this is your lifeline. Identity governance is all about making sure the right people have the right access to the right resources at the right time, and nothing more. You're not just managing access, you're governing it, which means you're applying rules, controls, audits, and automation to ensure access is appropriate, compliant, and secure. Without identity governance in place, you're flying blind, and things can unravel quickly. You might end up giving users more permissions than they actually need. Over time, this permission creep builds up, leaving your environment wide open to misuse or accidental exposure. You want access to match the user's role, not their wish list. When someone leaves your organization, like an employee or contractor, it's easy to forget to revoke their access promptly. If you don't have a system to handle this automatically, those accounts become lingering backdoors, waiting to be exploited. Then there's the audit trail. If an auditor comes knocking and you can't clearly show who has access to what and why, you're in trouble. You need governance not just to be secure, but to prove you're secure. And here's the big one. Attackers love weak identity governance. Unmonitored accounts, excessive privileges, and outdated permissions are like candy to them. That's how ransomware gets in. That's how data leaks out. When you don't govern identities, you're handing the keys of the kingdom to the wrong hands. As a security leader, you'll be responsible for enforcing structure and accountability around identity access. 4 pillars form the foundation of strong identity governance. You need to regularly ask yourself, should this user still have access? By scheduling access reviews, especially for sensitive roles like administrators or high-risk applications, you ensure that access remains relevant, appropriate, and aligned with job responsibilities. This helps you reduce privilege creep and keep your environment clean and compliant. You'll define how users request access and how that access gets approved. With entitlement management, users can request access packages that include apps, groups, and roles. You decide who approves them, how long access lasts, and under what conditions it's granted or revoked. This gives you control with flexibility and helps your organization move faster without compromising security. You're in charge of making sure no one wears too many hats. Conflicting roles, like approving and processing payroll, can open the door to fraud or abuse. With SOD, you enforce guardrails so critical functions are divided and no single user can override the system. It's about reducing risk through responsibility distribution. From onboarding to role changes to offboarding, you'll automate identity changes across the user's lifecycle. This ensures access is granted only when needed and removed when it's no longer required. No more forgotten accounts or manual cleanup. You'll save time and reduce risk by designing workflows that handle transitions smoothly and securely. When you're working in Microsoft Entra ID or any modern identity platform, your responsibility goes beyond traditional on-prem access. You're now managing identities across cloud apps, hybrid environments, and even external users like partners and vendors. And that means you need cloud-ready governance strategies. You don't want privileged roles to be always on. With JIT access, you allow users to elevate their permissions only when needed, and for a limited time. This means you're minimizing standing access and dramatically reducing the attack surface without slowing down productivity. You'll likely have external users who need temporary access. With identity governance, you can set expiration dates automatically so access doesn't linger beyond its intended use. It's a simple way to ensure your organization stays secure while remaining collaborative. You're not just assigning access, you're watching for signs of misuse. Tools like Entra ID protection let you detect suspicious behavior, flag risky sign-ins, and enforce automated responses like step-up authentication or access blocking. This gives you real-time insight and the power to act fast when identities are under threat. When you implement strong identity governance, you're not just securing access, you're delivering real business value across your organization. By continuously reviewing and refining access, you prevent users from accumulating unnecessary permissions over time. This limits your attack surface and helps you enforce the principle of least privilege, keeping both insiders and outsiders in check. With identity governance in place, you can demonstrate that access is granted appropriately, reviewed regularly, and revoked when no longer needed. That means you're always ready for audits, and you can confidently show that your organization meets industry regulations and data protection standards. Instead of bogging down IT with endless access requests, you empower users to request what they need through structured access packages. You define the guardrails and they move faster. It's a win-win. Efficiency without compromising security. Governance gives you a clear, real-time view into your identity landscape. You'll know exactly who has access to which systems, apps, and data, and why. This insight helps you make smarter decisions, enforce policies consistently, and react quickly when issues arise. So, what's your key takeaway? As a security leader, your job isn't just to protect systems, it's to manage trust. Identity governance builds trust by ensuring access is earned, justified, and temporary where needed. If you govern access well, you don't just stop breaches, you prevent them from starting.